Biden paid a visit to Florida over the weekend to assess the storm damage from Hurricane Idalia. While he was there, he couldn't help but lecture about the so-called climate crisis.
Nobody can deny the impact of climate crisis. Nobody intelligent can deny the impact of a climate crisis anymore. Just look around the nation and the world for that matter. Historic floods, intense droughts, extreme heat, deadly wildfires.
Joining us now with reaction is former California Assemblyman who left the Golden State for Texas and Vice President of the Texas Public Policy Foundation, Chuck DeVore. Good morning. Happy Labor Day. Thank you for joining us, Chuck. You know, here's the issue I have for this. You see President Biden talking about the climate change and his agenda. But every time that you see policy being pushed forth, it's always coupled with something else. So right now, additional FEMA relief package, that's tied with another $24 billion to Ukraine. We saw in the Inflation Reduction Act that it was also tied to the climate change agenda. While these extreme weather situations are real, the climate change agenda feels political. What do you make of it?
Well, I think it's all political. And in fact, I think you're seeing two things with this constant fear-mongering over the climate crisis. The first thing that you're seeing is trying to drum up fear to get people to embrace very unpopular policies, policies that will make electricity more expensive, that will make gasoline more expensive, that will put fuel on Biden's inflation fire. That's number one. Number two is you're often seeing the term climate crisis being used as a shield to prevent us from understanding that this is really government incompetence at work. You saw that in Hawaii. You saw that with two deadly wildfires in California in the last 5 years. In both cases, you had fires sparked by not properly maintained electrical lines with a lot of fuel that had built up underneath the lines. And in both cases, the public utilities requested rate increases to improve their lines and to clear the fuel. And in both cases, they were denied because electrical rates were already so high because of the cost of green energy. So people died because of these policies, and then the politicians blame it on a climate crisis.
Yeah, you know, politics seem to be getting away and a lot of people are suffering from it. You know, but I want to switch gears for just a second because you came from California. I think you went from California to Texas in 2011. You beat the trend, or maybe you started the trend. But what's going on in California right now is devastating. And this was recently caught on video. You have a brawl caught on camera, and LA jewelry store workers fight back against attempted thief who bear sprays them, smashes the store days after the California business owners protested a new crime bill that would fine them $18,000 if workers try to stop shoplifters.
Yeah, so this is blaming the victim. What you're seeing here is Democratic lawmakers trying to use workplace safety rules to claim that it's dangerous for employees to get involved in stopping these organized retail theft rings. I think it's very important to understand that this is being organized by Mexican criminal, drug, and human trafficking cartels. We now understand that these theft rings have nothing to do with, stealing bread to help feed your family, as AOC famously said, but rather are part of a national or international theft ring. And these California policies are aiding and abetting the Mexican criminal drug cartels. Lastly, what California needs to do is build more jail and prison space. The reason why they're having this problem is not only because Soros DAs are not charging people, but of course, they refuse to arrest people even for misdemeanors because they don't have any place to put them. There's no jail or prison space left in California.
Well, and the soft on crime DAs are also making it so it's not necessarily that punishable for stealing other people's items. Thank you so much, Chuck DeVore. Really appreciate you coming on with us this morning on Labor Day.